I absolutely adored this movie. It's probably one of the best films I've seen in a long time. And so this movie has some really important messages about abortion rights in America. And how important was it for your film debut to also tackle something that is still unfortunately sometimes seen as taboo?
Yeah, I like to pick things that kind of spread a message that maybe isn't always talked about, something taboo, or people feel shame around it, but it's a commonplace. I mean, I'm also not afraid to get political in any project that I'm in. So it felt really natural reading the script and thinking that this movie was really like cute and cool and funny, but also had like a really important message. It was something that, you know, comedy is challenging for me because I'm not usually, not that I'm also usually acting in a bunch of things. I've just done Euphoria, but I haven't done a comedy before. So it was a challenging movie to do, but I wanted something, and I always am looking for something that starts a conversation and starts, and makes people think and is bigger than just the movie itself. It's something that has a message, whether that be something that's kind of nuanced or embedded in the story, or it's something that is like in the journey, which is the abortion clinic. So for me, it was really just like a natural next step for me, and also challenging and cool and different.
I mean, you're funny, so I don't know why you don't think you're funny. You killed the comedic timing in this. You were awesome.
Thank you. It was challenging for me just because I haven't done it before. I'm just like, can I be?
Yeah. So you're also playing a queer character at a time when GLAAD is calling for more female representation in a film for LGBTQ community. As a member of the queer community yourself, what does more visibility mean to you?
Well, I think within the queer community, we're really having the conversation of what kind of queer stories have not been told. And I think a lot of it, a lot of it hasn't even come out yet. Even Bailey herself is not like the end all of representation, and I'm highly aware of that. And I think we're all having conversations about what kind of queer stories we want more of, you know, like a lot of people tend to have this, like, you know, the coming out story that's really sad, and it's like, you know, it's grappling with one's sexuality, but what about gay people just existing, you know? So I think there's just a great spectrum of queer stories that can be told, and Bailey was definitely special for me. And I got to kind of play like a little baby gay, and kind of feel the awkwardness of it all, and kind of feel the even the coming out to Veronica part, and her being like, you're coming out to me, and it's like, no, I've been out for a while. Like, you know, like when people just get like, oh, you come out to me, like, you know, I think that was really funny, and kind of really just being like, I'm queer, and that's what's like, it's not like, you know, giant deal. And I think that a lot of there's been a lot of different stories, and like Pose, and even Euphoria, and like a ton of different kinds of stories that we're seeing, and they're all super cool and super different from each other. And I think that's really where it needs to go, is having really different stories and perspectives.
You and Haley Richardson cracked me up in this film. You have an epic handshake in the film. Did it take a long time to get that down, or did you guys just like get it on like second try?
We created it, I remember, at a park in Albuquerque, and we had to teach like our little selves the handshake too, which was really cute. We make a video, and I don't recall really. I think it took us like, maybe we just kept doing it even before we had to actually shoot it, just so we could always like remember it. And it's gone now. This brain, it's like, it's gone. It's literally just like, poof.
What is one message that you hope people take away from this film?
I think that the message that I would want people to take away from this film is that there are so many different perspectives on the same issue, and all of them are valid. And the fact that, you know, some people have a really hard time deciding what to do when they have an unwanted pregnancy. And then there's also a lot of people who are very definite in their choice, and their decision, and that the way people react to getting abortions or getting reproductive procedures, whatever it is, they were completely different, and every single one of them is valid. Like Veronica felt relief, you know, like things like that really, I probably shouldn't say that because it's a spoiler, but like,
it's okay. We'll post it. We're gonna post it after. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, no spoilers. I was like, it's like relief, or if it's, I don't think that every story has to depict abortion as this really deeply traumatizing thing, although it can be, but it can also just be a simple decision that one makes, and they feel relief and feel great after, and feel like they have a pressure off their shoulders, and that they got something done that they feel good about in their own decision. So that's really what
I think the one part that really resonated with me as a viewer, because I watched it yesterday, was when Veronica and her mom, Veronica's crying because she's like, I don't want you to be upset with me. And she says that like, I would never hate you. I don't want to ever understand that this is why you had to do what you did. I thought that was kind of like really awesome. It was like a kind of like at peace, but they didn't completely agree.
Yeah, I love that scene. I think Veronica kept it together during the road trip. And I think there was like a release of emotions with, her mom, and being scared of being judged by her friends, her boyfriend, her mother, her parents. It's a lot of shame and from just the fact that she was confident in her decision, right? So I think that scene really ties it all together about how she was so scared of what her mom would say, and how love and like caring for your child means that you don't always have to agree, but you still love them and you still let them make decisions for themselves that will last forever. Like things like, having an abortion or keeping a baby. It's like, those are really personal and deeply personal decisions. So I really love that. Although the parents obviously were not necessarily of the same mindset as Veronica, they respected her and they still loved her, and they didn't shame her for it.